It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. As you can tell, Josh's fingerprints are
Hello, WGHT. Did I do it right?
Yes, we are participating with some funny people today. But welcome to New York City, New Jersey, all our friends up north. And thank you for tuning in. Dawn is on hiatus today. It's her holiday.
Yom Kippur?
I didn't want to say it because I knew I was going to mess it up, but okay.
I think I got it right. Yom Kippur.
Right?
Yom Kippur, yeah.
So Yom Kippurish to all of you that celebrate it. And she's probably looking at me giggling, and this is not Dawn next to me, but as you can see, he did the Halloween thing. Are you going to wear the wand?
Yeah, I gotta do the wand in spirit of Dawn for today.
I actually had this young man dress up today. But anyway, we have some fantastic stuff. You heard Mia on the piano. And today we want to talk about Mia because I have an upcoming concert on the 20th.
This is totally true. Hey, Brooklyn Cafe, how you doing out there? I miss Brooklyn. How you doing? Anyway, you just heard the amazing international star Mia Vasiliev on piano. And I got some great news because if you're in South Florida, you can get to see her live in concert at the Township in Coconut Creek. I'm going to give you the phone number for the box office. I'll give it to you again later if you want to get your pen and pencil. It's 954-970-0606. That's 954-970-0606. Tickets are $30 for adults, $20 for students, $10 for children. Tickets are still available. Make sure you call, and it's going to be a great show. Not only that, but this is really exciting. Brooklyn Cafe, Monday nights with Mia, every Monday night at 6 p.m., so make sure you tune in. Again, the amazing Mia Vasiliev. Freddie?
Boy, Tony seems a little excited.
It seems like it, yeah.
Bring up a 3-shot, bring Mia into the fix. Now, it's important that you understand that there going to be some VIP scheduling at the concert, right? So when you buy your tickets.
And also, there will be meet and greet after the show as well.
Meet and greet after the show is important because you want to get to know who Mia is. You're going to see her all over the place, especially with her show coming out. We're asking for everybody to buy in tickets. If you have a business and you want Mia to be at the place, talk to Tony, who's managing the whole 9 yards on this bad boy, and they will work something out with you. It's really
definitely.
Really simple. Now, I want to go over to Mia. Mia, you know, you're playing. Look at him. Don't look at me.
Look at me.
You're playing.
Look at that. So many people.
It gets better and better every time I get to see you. Are you nervous at all about what's the concert next month?
Thank you. And no, more like excited. You know, the nerves translate into excitement the more you do it. And so we're very excited about this concert, and it's the full shebang, the whole show, because I have a piano solo version I do of the show. But also this is the big, for larger venues with the strings and the percussionist, my fabulous percussionist, George Mazzeo, is going to be there on stage. A pair of ballroom dancers come out for the bolero, the polka. It's a lot of just the most fun music because I curated this program, based on my favorite encore numbers, and they all happen to center around kind of this 1940s to 60s era of music, which I just resonate with, and I think a lot of people do because it's got the musical, the easy melodies to grab onto, but also the complexity. So it's super fun. We're really looking forward to that. And yeah, coming up November 20th, 2 p.m. It's a nice matinee show, so a little bit after lunch, not too much into the dinner time hour yet, so should be a lot of fun. And I look forward to meeting some of you afterwards. Like Tony mentioned, we're going to have a meet and greet, and a lot of people, especially in this pandemic time, I feel like I know certain people on social media. You get to know people not necessarily in person. And so I know a lot of people in Florida are like, oh, when are you doing a big public show? Here you go. Come out. We'll meet in person. It'll be a lot of fun. So
I gotta tell you, I like the shout outs. They were telling me that they do shout outs. So let's say like it's your significant other and you buy tickets to go see her. She will actually, as a birthday gift or something, because the holidays are coming.
Oh, okay.
She does a shout out and says, "Hey Josh, happy birthday."
I like
cool.
that.
I love that.
absolutely.
I love that. It's a nice touch. Now, you've done concerts before, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I gotta ask you, because you guys are so hyped on this one, what's different about this one?
This one, I believe, for me, the answer is, we're still slowly coming out of the pandemic, and it took quite a while to get those stages open again. And so a lot of my shows most recently have been the smaller version, the solo piano version or piano with drums. So this is, we have done the bigger version, but audiences were still tentative, we're still kind of easing back into everything. So I feel like now, for me personally, I feel like it's full on, so that adds to the excitement of the whole event. So I'm really looking forward. And it's a local show. It's in Florida. It's in South Florida. So also adds to the excitement.
Yeah, it seems like it's not just someone playing piano. It's an actual concert, entertainment concert. You have dancers coming and all that, and strings behind you. You said you have a video behind you as well with...
This is kind of crossing the realm. This is what's exciting for me about this concept that we put together also, because it's music that's more... It's pop music, but retro pop music, I guess, if that makes sense, because 1940s through 60s, but it's not classical music, and the classical musicians, were playing Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Brahms, and I've done a lot of that, grew up doing, largely that. So it crosses the line with the substance and the entertainment, and we do have multimedia in the background that was custom created for these particular pieces. We have a lot of fun, like boogie woogies. So there's some dance, like black and white footage of boogie woogies back in the 40s. And we have a bolero. It's Bésame Mucho, actually. Beautiful piano transcription, a Clayderman transcription of Bésame Mucho. So the dancers add kind of a dimension to that as well. But the multimedia always, I love doing it with that because it's not so intrusive. It's not like you're having sensory overload, but it just supplements the music. So yeah, the multimedia really adds an interesting element to it, where it's not just stage music; it's something more. It's like you're in it. So
Now
The theater, state of the art. I mean, the crew is amazing. The sound is amazing. The seats are really comfortable. Great parking, by the way. So I mean, it definitely is a great place to see a show. No worries about it.
newly renovated too, right?
have you guys started rehearsals?
We have rehearsed this before, so it's kind of a refresher rehearsals that we have coming up. So yes, absolutely.
Now you're a musician, so you can appreciate when she plays that piano, right?
No, I have major respect for it because it's that learning curve. For me, it's different from being a singer. Because for singers, I feel like it's natural to them. It's either you got it or you don't. Obviously, you can work for it, but for piano, you just have to work for it to be that good. And you can really see the effort that she put in and the practice, just the hours of practice.
You could tell because if you watch her play, she had, what does that say?
Love Don's new look from Tracy.
Oh, Tracy, how are you?
Thank you, Tracy.
Tracy, don't be mad at me. We did air the show last night. Great show, by the way, last night. Yes, Dawn forgot to shave this morning, but she's good.
It's a little scruffy.
But you can tell when she plays the piano, you can see the experience in her.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
And you sit back from the piano more than any other piano player I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Before, yeah. But you have a certain look of intensity when she plays it. and you can actually hear it the way she hits the keys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other people that have come in here, they're not as intense. So she plays the piano with such intensity. Part of the show, Tony, is this intensity she's going to be carrying.
Yes, for sure. I mean, even Mia by herself playing the piano is a show in itself. I mean, you know, she's very animated. It's amazing how she knows these songs, you know, without making a mistake. I mean, it's just top shelf. I mean, to me, Mia is a piano player that's ready for the world.
Oh, thank you.
That's pretty good stuff.
I mean, it seems like that. Seems
Well,
like she is ready.
It's funny because I think that Mia's career was beginning to zoom up, and then we had COVID. We had to hold it back, and she's ready now to explode into that next dimension. True.
For sure, yes, that's right. Actually, we actually began the concept of the show before COVID hit, but unfortunately, then at that point, you know, we were shut down for about 2 years. You know.
Yeah, this was a bit of a shift because, like
Yes.
I was saying earlier, it was a collection of my favorite encore pieces is how I started curating this whole program. Because, you know, you play a whole Rachmaninoff concerto, and people are like, oh, that's lovely. And you play like a little snippet of, you know, a Latin piece from the 1940s, and they go nuts. So I thought, wow, this is really, you know, the encore pieces get such a reaction. And part of it, I think, is the attention span has changed since the time of classical music. You know, you play something from the 19th or 18th century, and the attention span was just different. Now we're you know, 2 seconds and you're on to the next thing. So it's quite a feat for audiences to sit through a classical concert. So this is more tempered towards the entertainment, like retro pop aspect of it. So always up until that point, I've played all over the world. I think the weirdest gig I ever had was in China. I went to Shanghai and did these Wittgenstein transcriptions because Wittgenstein, can I just be boring for a second? Wittgenstein was this one arm, he had one arm only. He lost an arm in the war.
Wow.
So he made these transcriptions, and they were for left hand only. Chopin, Brahms, Rachmaninoff even. So I was part of a lecture recital on this. I was doing the playing, and a professor from Austria was doing the lecturing on this. So it was the strangest, you know, you have coming from very academic audiences or people that are in for like classical music appreciation, crossing to this. It's it's a different world, but one that's so much fun. I think, you know, these retro pop pieces, it's not academic, but it's still substantial. And
Also,
something-
really, you know, with the piano, with the percussion, with the strings, multimedia, the dancers, the show is really very much Vegas. No, I mean, when
we want to get to Vegas with this.
Well, I mean, we want to get to Vegas too. That's right.
I do love Vegas.
I had the great opportunity when we did the premiere of the show. I was in the booth working with the techs, and to me, I mean, the whole vibe was totally Vegas. I mean, to me, this is a Vegas show. No two ways about it.
It's kind of old world Vegas. You know, get the old
Old
world
school
Vegas,
Vegas,
old
right.
school Vegas
Old school
feel
is good
to it. Yeah, to me, I resonate with this. I'm not sure why, but I really resonate with that era of music. So
It's interesting to see how old school meets new school. Back in the day, they used to take these particular Mozart pieces and stuff, and they try to make it into rock and roll. They try to make the segue, and a few of them were successful, but more than not, they weren't, because people were screaming, why are we taking the classics and moving it into something else? Today, though, and DJ's here in the house, she knows about music probably better than everybody in this room because she plays all these vinyls and things that play digital. Today is accepted more to look for the change, especially after COVID. They want different. They want that niche. They want you to do this and then have video behind you. That's a great concept. The piece you guys sent me just blew me out. I've shown it to everybody. Said, what do you think of this? They go, holy smokes. How do we get tickets again, Tony?
Well, again, the phone number. Okay, phone number. Get ready. Get your pencil. Get your pen.
it's like one of those.
Get your
Crazy
blood
Eddies.
bleeding, whatever.
Right.
Okay, to write it on the paper. 954-970-0606. One more time. 954-970-0606. The theater is in Coconut Creek, Florida. It's called The Township. You can also Google it. Get on the website. And it's November 20th 2 p.m. Sunday, beautiful matinee.
You can buy tickets online. Also,
buy tickets
it's very
online,
easy.
yes.
It's boxoffice.township.org, something like. I think that's it.
Yep.
And then you just go get tickets, look down the little list, and I think I'm between like a hypnotist act. Before the day before that, it's really funny when I look at the lineup because I'm like, I don't know why it makes me giggle. So there's a hypnotist, and then there's my show on the 20th, and after that there's a show called Hot Hot Hot, like a salsa thing or something. So I'm like, please, if you
wanna go
have
to
to
that?
choose, please
we're
choose
gonna
my
choose
show. If you must choose,
I knew you
choose.
were going to say that. Yes, go to it. So forget about the
Please choose
Forget
my
the-
show, or you can choose all of them. They're all fantastic. But I would love to see you at mine, November 20th, 2 p.m.
Yep, well,
Yep.
we plan on buying tickets and being there as well.
Yep.
I think it's a nice coming out party, the first of many that are coming forward. And I have to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot. This Monday night gig that we're going to be doing, you're going to be playing, you're going to be talking, you're going to be doing interviews. I mean, we don't even know what the hell we're doing with it. But time is short because we want to sell tickets Monday night. Do you have any idea of what you want to do? Any idea of what you want to do with this?
On
Monday
this
night?
Monday night, I'd like to feature a few selections from the show. You know, it's not going to be with the whole setup like the performing arts stage with the dancers, the multimedia, and the strings and the percussion, but I'd like to feature a few selections just to give you, a little preview of the show and what it's all about. And I'll talk about it a bit more. And I love to talk to the audience too. Like during my shows, I have found that they really get engaged when I explain a little bit about the pieces and, because I know the history and some of them have really quite funny stories behind how they were written or how they came about. So I work this also into the dialogue. I have a lot of audience. I have one that's like a great audience participation piece that's a boogie woogie that they just have a ball with. Like every audience I play for, this is my favorite piece to do just because it's audience participation. So I always get like a million different reactions and funny things happening with that. So I'd like to share a few pieces and a few little anecdotes about those, give you a little preview of the show, talk about it a bit more, and music of that era in general.
I like
Take
it.
some questions. I
Should
love
be
the
fun.
question and answers, I started doing, so in the smaller version of my show, I call it the small version, but it's not small, it's a solo piano. And I actually, in one show, it was a couple weeks ago, and some gentleman was like adamantly raising his hand. I was like, I like to keep control of the environment, but he was insistent, he even stood up. I was like, oh, we have a question? Oh, this is fantastic. I never get questions from the audience. I just kind of went with that. So it's morphed into more of this, even though they're large audiences, it kind of feels like a big living room. And I like that. I like to feel connected to people. And sometimes they do have a very pressing question about the piece of music or me or, something about that. So that's what I would like to do. And did that answer the original question?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I kind of
Me-
looped around, took the long way.
Well, it's a good answer because we still don't know what the hell we're doing, but if you got that concept down, we're ready to go. We also invite you to come down. Mia will be on Mondays at 6 o'clock, so if you come down to 5:30, you can come down and hear her play. You can get to meet her.
Come hear
There's
me warm
more-
up, we'll chat.
That's
I
right.
love
There's
it.
more to her and Tony than just the piano. The piano is just the instrument, but the person behind here can help your business grow. Maybe you want to participate in the show. You come on down, and I'll treat you to a cup of coffee or something that we have besides that.
And the coffee's good, by the way.
Is it?
Your coffee's really good.
It is. I just have a little soft shout out to our friend Joja up in Melbourne. She's having a soft open on Friday.
Oh.
Pushed back the hard open because of the hurricane, so things slow down.
Mhm.
And she's going to do something on Friday. We're going to test our connection with her for a night train on Thursday nights. We're going
What-
to be sending it to her. She's going to have a singer.
What's her new restaurant called?
Cheers by the Sea.
Oh, I was just testing
Cheers.
you.
By the Sea.
Oh
I was
my
just
God.
testing you. It's up in Melbourne, right?
It's in Melbourne.
Oh, cheers! I love cheers.
It's amazing when you have a piano player in the house that
Yeah.
can do that, right?
We're,
That's awesome.
we're
I
just
love
like
it.
an
It's
all-in-one
fantastic.
party trick. But you know what's funny? My friends are mean, though. They try to, like, if they know I've had a couple of drinks, hey, why didn't you play? And they'll choose something complicated or something like that, try to get my fingers all in a knot. I used to know a pianist, and they called her. I did a lot of work in opera companies, And there was this other opera pianist, and it's hard stuff. First, you have to be able to just read it on sight, and then kind of pare it down because it's not really written for piano. Takes a lot of skills, but the girl struggled, and they called her Mittens. That was her nickname because you know, it sounds like she's playing with mittens on. So
That's how I play. But they tie my mittens together. You know what I'm saying?
kind of mean, though. That's like the meanest nickname for a pianist.
I gotta tell you, when we were at the gallery, there was a piano there, and there was an attorney who did a show, The Verdict, with us. He did it for many years, and he played the piano. He was a musician, and he used to pick Friday nights to come and be on our show, and he used to start playing the piano. Now Friday nights they used to come in for the artworks. There was, you know, wine served, and there was a lot of people. So he started playing tunes on the piano. And the next thing I know, there's 50 people around him singing. So we decided to make it a venue. You know, I mean, if he could do it one time, he could do it all the time. So one of the nice things is that when people are in studio, you come in, if you know some of the songs that she plays, and you begin to sing. It was crazy, man. They were taking pictures. I think Channel 12 came out and took some video of it for the gallery, and they saw this thing, and they put that more than they did the gallery. That's probably got me kicked out of there. But it was an amazing event, how an instrument like what you just did, and people come and they surround themselves because they know the words, and they feel like they're part of the musician.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many concerts have you gone to and everybody's screaming like a raving lunatic? I used to wonder why. There's a guy up there sweating whatever. I don't want to go up there. You know, but I mean, unless it's like J-Lo or something. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? You play an instrument up on top. You have all those screaming people wanting to touch you.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
you?
I mean,
Not you. They don't want to touch you.
I know they don't want to touch me.
But why is that?
Because they just want to be a part of the
They
part of the
wanna
band.
connect,
They want to be
I
a
think
part
with
of it.
music, it just unlocks something too, especially with this repertoire. Sometimes I get some elderly people where, you know, this is a tune from when they were a teenager and they're in their 20s, like from the 1940s, and something just like lights up. And I feel so good to be a part of that, you know, that connection. Like I played this polka at one show, and this woman comes up to, like, the stories are just unbelievable. She comes up and like, that was my song with my husband at our wedding because he was in the beer, like the barrel industry, was what in the barrel industry. I was like, well, that's unusual, but so many stories and so many ways that they connect with this. Or there was a man once that was like wheeled, it was an elderly crowd. It was in like a retirement home theater. They wheeled the guy in, and he hadn't spoken like in months and months. And I played Blue Moon. I still remember, and he sat like partway up as much as he could, and he's like, Blue Moon, Blue Moon. I will never forget that moment. It was just, I had goosebumps, and every time I think about it, I do, because I think, oh wow, it really connected. It really unlocked something. It was like in the memory there.
You know what I want to do? I want people to write in. I'm going to take 4 songs, and on your show,
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to say
Requests.
to you, can you play, and you're going to pick it. And you're going to pick one song from the poem, and you're going to play it. And if you don't know it, we go to the next one. And if you don't know that one, we go to one you know. But I want to pick it.
We gotta have a long list here.
Nah, I don't think
We'll
so.
just head down the list.
I don't think so. I think that you can play
Scroll
almost
down.
virtually anything. But what I want to do is I want people to feel that they're part of your show. And by
I would
writing in,
love that request idea. That's very cool.
part of it, a part of being in, and I tell you what, I even up the ante. If you do write in and the song is picked, we'll give you a couple of bags of coffee and 2 tickets to the movies at Del Rey. How's that?
That sounds good to me.
Right?
Sounds like a great
So
deal.
that
Sounds
way
like a
you
plan.
get a little something for participating. And then we'll have some fun with this. Because there's nothing like having your song picked and she plays it. And she's not going to know what it is, which is the mystery behind it. We have some fun with this.
Yeah, I won't know what this is. This is like on the spot.
On the spot.
On this what?
I told you, Curveball Monday. Didn't I tell
Classical
that?
pianist. Like this goes against my grain. This is the whole show. You know, it's funny because it took me a while to kind of get out of my self, like the classical self of where you prepare something for, you know, a concerto for a year. You have the same programming, like it's meticulous, you know, work. And this is also meticulous work, but it's a lot more spontaneous and a lot more involving the
You're
audience.
humorous. You have a funny bone. I know that you like to kid around.
Oh, thank you.
So you got that music talent, and then you got the other side. We're going to try to mix it. What, peanut butter and chocolate?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, God. Such a millennial. We're going to mix the two elements.
I have a lot of millennial jokes.
Oh, there you go.
Kidding.
What's that say?
Aw, thank you, Dawn.
What's it say?
She said, looking good, boys.
Don't do
What?
that. I had to dress him, Dawn. I had to dress him. But I want to participate more. The audience get to know her, get it to song pick. And if you do send it in, you should come. Because if you do, we'll take some pictures and stuff if she picks a song. Let's just get it going. How do we get tickets, my friend?
One more time, okay. The Township in Coconut Creek. You could go on to the box office. Tickets are available. If you want to call the box office, it's 954. How about, you know what? With every couple numbers, give me a chord, Mia. You ready? Here we go.
Okay.
Give me a major chord.
You got an A major
954.
chord.
Give me a minor chord now.
Little
kinda
music
sad.
theory lesson.
970. Give me a happy
You want a
chord.
diminished chord? I'm going to do a diminished chord.
Okay,
Ooh.
Ooh, mixing it up.
0606. Now with a diminished chord, that means you're going to resolve to something really nice.
Yeah.
So give me a major 7 chord, and I'll do the number again.
Major
Major
7?
7 chord.
Well, that's a 7 chorder.
Okay, 954.
Doesn't resolve it. There we go. Now we're
Yeah,
gonna
okay, now we
just
resolve
read the
it.
phone number again.
954 970 0606.
There we
I
go.
like that. The Township in Coconut Creek, Florida. Not Coconut Creek, Brooklyn. Coconut Creek, Florida.
Florida. It's called actually the whole title, Township Center for the Performing Arts.
Okay, Township Center for the Performing Arts.
And we have, I just want to reemphasize, because we have kids' tickets at $10, because I know a lot of families, and I know it's a very family-friendly show and time of the day. So come out with your kids. The kid tickets are only $10, so they're very discounted there. So bring the whole, I know of some families coming, so I just wanted to mention that.
For sure,
because,
especially
you know,
for matinee.
yeah, because they take less room in the seats, and then we can put other people in the same seat and still, I'm just kidding.
You can put 2 in the seat. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Give me a little cheers.
Oh, you
We're
really
gonna
put me on the
commercial break.
spot.
Oh, that's the name of my
goodness.
game. Put me on the cheers. We're going to take a commercial break, come back and talk to Sheila when we come back.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back.
Planning for the future should not be painful. Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website, www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to Movies of Del Rey, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Del Rey and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Del Rey offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Del Rey provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Del Rey provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Del Rey is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Del Rey, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back, WGHT, to a beautiful Wednesday morning. Well, I got, Wednesday afternoon?
Wednesday brunch.
You're looking at me like that. Wednesday brunch.
Because I'm thinking about how when you have to do the show on Thursdays with him,
Yeah.
with military,
Yeah.
what he must endure.
Well, he's still sane. He's not like
No,
going.
we had a long chit chat this morning. He has to take a lot of aspirin. He was actually going to change concepts on the show. I told him why the show's a hit. Check out movie trivia, movie wars.
I don't know what we can say.
Movie Wars?
It's movie wars, but
Movie Wars on Facebook. Check it out. Thursdays at 11 o'clock. You won't be disappointed. The kids put together a fantastic movie trivia show, and it gets better and better every week. And talking about movie trivia, I got my friend here, Sheila. I only know her as DJ. Apparently, I can't call her DJ anymore. Now you're Sheila?
I'm actually DJ Holly Grove, and I do party and event planning. So it's called Parties and Events by Sheila.
All of that. Parties and events. Now she's an original OG of mine. She was a host on her show called DJ Holly Grove Show, right?
That is correct, Freddie.
And she's so proper. And she actually, you do a few things. You sing, you have a band that you sing as well.
I do, yes. I have
Now, you're here today to give us a very important piece of information, something you're working on. And I noticed that this is the second leg because you did something before that turned out fantastic, right? You had a full house, the walk?
Absolutely, yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so right now, this month, October, is for Alzheimer's Association awareness. Unfortunately, there are a couple other things during the month of October. I wish they would have separated the month of October. It's also Domestic Violence Month and Cancer Breast Awareness Month. So many times people put aside Alzheimer's Association. And my grandmother, she was very close to me. She passed away, and this is what made me realize that it's very scary for a family to go through what I went through. When they lose their memory, someone that you loved and cared for, their memory is just gone. And as Mia was saying, when she plays the piano, sometimes it brings back memories and whatnot. And what we've discovered through Alzheimer's is that music is one of the triggers in the brain that will come back. So even if they are suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's disease, music is that one thing that's going to bring them back into that time. And they're going to remember word for word, which is absolutely amazing, Freddie.
Tell me a little bit about the event that you have planned.
Absolutely. We are going to be having an event this Thursday at Renegades. It is in West Palm Beach, 600 Village Boulevard. We're going to have a raffle and a silent auction. It's going to benefit the Alzheimer's Association of America. They are going to have free country line dancing. So if you want to learn how to line dance, Freddie, like I know you do,
Actually,
come
I
on
do.
down.
Actually, I do line dance.
Okay, well, come on down. It's going
I
to
draw a
be
line and dance.
this Thursday. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Also, after that, we have a planned event for the following week. It's going to be Wednesday, October 12th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I will be DJing at this event. It is going to be a disco event. So if you're into disco, please join us at the event. Again, that's from 6 to 10 on Wednesday, October 12th. If you'd like to join us, we're going to have silent auction and raffle as well. Then the big thing I want to talk to you about, Freddie, is, and to our guests today, thank you for joining us, is the Alzheimer's Association Walk Fundraiser. This is a walk that's going to take part on Dreher Park. That's in West Palm Beach off of Summit Boulevard. It's going to take place on October 29th. It's going to start at 8 a.m. That's going to be the ceremony. The walk is at 9 a.m. So later they're going to put up a QR code. You just scan that code. You can sign up. Also, we're on Facebook, Alzheimer's Association Walk. You can look up Team Lillian. That's my grandma. So if you'd like to join Team Lillian, that's awesome. Also, I want to talk to you about some information regarding Alzheimer's, Freddie. You can prevent this disease. However, it is hereditary. So if you do have family members with it, more than likely you may develop it. However, ways to prevent this disease is to exercise, to eat healthy, to limit your caffeine intake, because that disturbs your sleep. The part of the brain that dementia and Alzheimer's attacks is that exact part, the part that when you're sleeping, it has time to rest. And so coffee, what it does is it throws off your sleeping patterns. Also, when you eat unhealthy, it causes for fatty food to cause interruptions in your brain development. It's very, very easy to start today, just to diet, to exercise, to watch what you eat. If you're hungry, put a bowl of fruit, a salad in front of you, eat it. And then if you're still hungry, craving those greasy foods, then, maybe have a little. But more than likely, if you fill yourself up with goodness, you're not going to, want the bad foods.
Now, when the first event is which one?
The first event that we are going to have is going to be at Conley's. It's going to be, again, this Thursday. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Again, great gift baskets, great raffle prizes donated by our community, also by My South Florida DJ Services, which is whom I work for as well, DJ Holly Grove. And again, it's parties and events by Sheila, who is myself, and I am creating the events for the Alzheimer's awareness in remembrance of my grandmother, Grandma Lillian.
And Sheila, that phone number that's there, that 561 number, that's your phone number? They can contact you?
Yes, absolutely. If you would like to donate to the Alzheimer's Association, any of our events, if you'd like to donate a gift basket, a gift card from your place of business, be it large, be it small, whatever we can put into the raffle to make these events go on during the month of October, so we can donate the money so they can get awareness, so they can research this disease. There's got to be an easier cure to stop this disease than being hereditary. And even if you eat healthy and you do exercise, yeah, it does limit your chances of getting it. Doesn't mean you're not going to get it just because it's in your family genes.
And even if you're in New York City, Frankie, I know you're watching. If you're in New York City, you want to participate, you can send something into the cause. We've done a lot of Alzheimer walk the last 4 or 5 years as well. I know that my aunt in Puerto Rico died of this disease. I mean, she just evaporated. She just disappeared until she couldn't breathe anymore. So if you want to participate, even if you're in New York or New Jersey, more than easy. There's a phone number on the screen. Give out your phone number and give an email if they want to contact you, DJ. Phone
That
number?
is correct. You can also email the Alzheimer's Association. It's Alzheimer's Association Walk.com. Alzheimer's Association Walk at gmail.com. Excuse me, forgot the Gmail. So if you want to just email them, write a little letter on what you'd like to donate, how you would like to help, how you can help, that would be fantastic. I am the event coordinator, team leader. However, you are more than welcome to just email directly Alzheimer's Association Walk at gmail.com. And you're also welcome to call me on my cell phone if you have any suggestions as well.
Kind of cool. I know that we covered them. I don't know if you guys were here when we covered the ones in Boca. I think it was last year, the year before, we covered it. Dawn has a better memory than I do. But it is what it is. It's an important cause. I used to do shows, there was music with certain musicians, and they played music. I did a documentary for a company, actually, on how music was bringing people back that had Alzheimer's, and they would remember the songs, and all of a sudden, you would notice a different person, and then when the music stopped, they went back into that state. So music has a big deal to do with what you do, and you being a DJ. How long have you been a DJ? I've known you forever. My goodness gracious.
You have. I've been a DJ for over 20 years now, MC DJ. And I also would go into retirement homes just to see the smile on these faces and to see how what music does to people, how it just draws them back to that time. They become so excited, and it's fascinating for me to see that. And I love to see people dance and have a great time. Music certainly is an outlet, a huge outlet.
And you would do DJs in West Palm as you will in Boca, as in South Florida. It doesn't matter where it is?
Absolutely. All parties, all events, none too small, none too big. Do it all. state-of-the-art sound equipment.
You still carry that stuff around?
I do. I was one of the first female DJs.
I remember.
So
I used to say to her, "You're gonna be lifting all this," because she had these speakers, the equipment. I used to say, "Holy smokes!"
Heavy duty stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she used to carry it. I used to say, "Maybe you could get somebody to help you." She said, "No, I got this." And she was like Attila the Hun. She would pack it up. I go, "Wow."
well, I came used to it, you know. I
Well,
bought
now-
the Pelican cases, so they had the wheels, but they were still very heavy speakers, 15-inch speakers. A lot of the events I would do would be at the amphitheater, the South Florida Fairgrounds, so on and so forth. So I would have a crowd of anywhere from 500 to 2,000 people.
The South Florida Fairgrounds.
Absolutely,
I
yes. I
remember
did the
that.
Women's Expo and cancer
remember that.
events, and I like to volunteer for that stuff as well.
Big crowds.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that. I remember you used to do that. And I remember that you had a show with me. I think went on for about 6 months,
Yes.
8 months, something like that. And you brought in singers. You brought your cousin in. We were just talking about that off the air. You brought all sorts of different people in there. I got to meet a lot of people that I still talk to today because of you. in
That's
the s-
awesome.
In the singing career. It isn't easy. It's not easy, the singing career. A lot of people get disheartened because it's so hard and they just slip away. But you were always constant. You were always giving people a chance. I remember that.
Absolutely, yes. I love to see people with talent be exposed to the world. Sometimes, you know, you're born into it, but there's so much talent out there that really deserves to be heard. So, yes, I would love when they would come on as guests and people would get to meet them and see and hear them and know their talent. And most of those people have gone on to do shows today on their own.
Yep, they've done really, really well. Now, it's been a minute. How long, what are you doing currently now? I know you're working with the Alzheimer's. Is there anything else you're doing?
Yes, I still am a DJ MC. My South Florida DJ Event Services. It's mysfldj.com. Any party, any event, all parties, all events. And then, like I said, I've become a party and an event planner because I'm around it all the time. It's my atmosphere. It's what I love to do. I bring it from the heart. I also, like you said earlier, you mentioned that I am in a band. I started a tribute band, a Madonna tribute band, Madonna Material World tribute band. Unfortunately, our band practiced every single day. We got to the point where we were booking gigs and then Corona hit. And so now we are starting from scratch again. You have to find all new players because people have joined bands or just got out of the industry completely, which is going good. My ultimate goal is to become a singer through learning music and learning to love music and to see how it changes people's life. And I'm a natural singer, as you said. My cousin, my grandfather, my whole family, they naturally sing fantastically. So with the practice and the learning the keys and the notes and all that, it just comes natural, and I love to make people happy.
DJ, I want you to give a word of advice to new bands who they just don't have enough confidence in what they're doing, and they practice and then they slip off and they slip off. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel if you stay with it?
Yes, absolutely. I find that a great deal of bands split up due to time issues. I feel like if you're serious about a band, you need to stick with one. A lot of bands make the mistake. They say, well, let me join 2 or 3 and see who becomes successful. Well, we all know if we put our energy into one thing, we're going to make it a fantastic, fabulous thing. But if we put our energy into 3 different things and we're all over the place, how can you make the one thing succeed? So get your bearings, succeed at that, and then if you have extra time, you can go another route. As far as being discouraged to go on stage, you may want to just start singing karaoke at a karaoke bar so other people can go first. I know a lot of people today that are great musicians. They get paid to do it. They all started at karaoke bars because they were nervous to go in front of people, but watching others and seeing how people wouldn't criticize really got them out of their shell. I practice anywhere from 3 to 4 hours daily. They say if you are sick of a song, then you know the song. So repeatedly sing that same song, stick with the same genre. Don't try to switch yourself from country to hip hop. To pick what you enjoy and what you sing best. Sometimes you may enjoy country music, but you may be a better R&B singer. It's how your voice is naturally pitched.
Awesome. I think we got to wrap things up.
Yeah, we do, but do you have a question?
No, I just want to, how important is practice?
Practice is extremely, extremely important.
Thank you. That's
Your
all I
voice
wanted to
is
hear.
a muscle.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Hold the rest of the answer to that till the next hour. We got to go. Thank you, New York, for listening in. Dawn, happy holidays. New Jersey, New York. Frankie in New York, yes, I love you. Keep up the good fight. And join us on the other side because we want to talk to Sheila about that question. I was hoping you would ask that.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Let's do that.
Awesome.
Talk to you later.
When it comes to investigative services, you can't settle for inattentive or irresponsible services. PI Network of Florida is a firm that you can rely on for actionable insight for personal or professional matters. From surveillance and insurance claims to background checks and identity theft, the investigative services are extensive. With over 30 years experience and 2 decades of serving the community, PI Network of Florida is trustworthy and reliable. Call today at 786-768-4394. Trust your gut. Trust PI Network of Florida.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are 2 good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
If your family is suffering from inflation and high costs caused by Lois Frankel's reckless policies, Republican Dan Franzese is clearly your best choice for Congress. Dan is a successful businessman who understands finance and economics. He's not a politician. Dan grew up blue collar and knows how tough inflation is on working families. Dan Franzese will go to Washington and fight the liberals who are killing us with inflation. Dan Franzese for Congress.
I'm Dan Franzese, and I approve this message.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just leave it high? You always said that I've let you down so many times, but now you see that all I ever did was try to get your attention for just one little loving word, but now I'm gone. And our bridge is about to burn. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. Here we go. We just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just
And welcome back. And we have a switch of gears. At least we got the right gender for Dawn.
Yes.
Right gender?
Yep.
How you doing, Katie?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What?
What? Are you good?
What?
What?
Yes. In the house. Katie in the house. And that was an interesting question that that Josh was asking DJ, because I think that one of the problems that we have with our younger kids today is that they want to practice, and sometimes they practice themselves into the ground, and people feel, I know you're going to disagree, and people feel like they are walking a tightrope. And that's what I want to get your opinions on, is demanding too much practice, even though I know there's not enough going on a band. Is it positive or negatively taken?
Right?
I don't know.
The
We're gonna
only
ask.
thing I feel like is just like especially with
Can you
newer generations, is they'll practice, but they want to be top dog right away.
But how is that possible?
Without practice.
That's just not possible.
That's what
impossible.
I'm saying. Or not. I mean, just be like. I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to say the wrong things, but I mean, if they're not willing to practice, then maybe they're not the right.
I don't know.
And no hate against them, just.
Well, DJ, what do you think? How do you?
What do I know?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of people get burnt out by practicing, but that means it doesn't come from their heart. I've seen a lot of people get up every single morning, sing, before they go to bed, sing. Anytime they can, maybe they don't sing, maybe they play the guitar, maybe they play the piano, but they go right to it. It becomes their natural wanting. And sometimes people are forced to do it by their parents, by their family. They think they want, this career. And then when they get into it, you watch and you sit back and you watch a Michael Jackson video, or you watch a Britney Spears video, and they don't understand that there's a lot of work that goes into making that video. She didn't just step on stage, they do a quick video and wham, she's done. No, she's getting up every morning. She's doing a workout. She's drinking her tea. She's eating her honey. She's doing her rituals, which means your voice box here is a muscle. People don't understand that. And if you don't work it every day and you don't sing the same genres every single day of your life, then you're not going to become Britney Spears. You're not going to become Michael Jackson. You're just not. Now, you may end up in the local bar, and I'm not saying there's not good money in that. But if you want it, you have to put your all into getting it. Things don't just come easy.
Is it strange to say, if you got 5 people in a band and maybe 2 of the 5 really want it, and then one of them says, it's like a hobby, yada, yada, yada. And then 2 of them says, listen, I just like to play. I don't want to make a living at it. And there's too many waves in that ocean for it to make sense.
Then you need to get yourself and new band members together. You need to explain to them, I'm taking this serious. This is going to be my career. This is what I'm working towards. And I understand you've got bills. You got to work your 9 to 5. But if we can't set our practice up for a certain time every day, and I don't know that you're practicing at your house, just tell me, then it's not for you, and you find different members. There are a lot of people willing to put the work and the effort into it. You just have to find the right people. And you're right, there are a lot of lackadaisy people or just think this is going to be a fly-by-night sensation. Well, those fly-by-night sensations pretty much win the lottery.
Well, I guess another thing that was told or asked was, so my point of view is I think we need to practice more before we go out, but I've been told is that we can learn more from playing gigs. So should we just put ourselves out there with what we have right now, or should we?
Do you feel you're good enough to be out there?
Me, I don't. I don't feel.
Have you put it on a tape and played it to somebody, a USB? Has somebody heard it outside of the band members?
I mean, we've played gigs before, and they all said we sound good, but
Have you been
maybe it's
to a
just me. I
recording
don't know.
studio and
No,
had it recorded?
we have our own home setup, and it's all
and
it's
you
all
can
the right stuff.
pre-record
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and do all that?
And we haven't even done that in so long. I finally told him to set everything up and start recording, and we're doing that now. But it's been 4 or 5 years of just getting this thing together.
But understand, it's been that way for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
And so just right now, make it very clear that this is what you're striving for, and make sure everybody is on board with exactly, I mean, you're probably pretty much going to have to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same band members, but the good thing you got going is you know each other's attitudes, and just try to make it to where you're flexible, they're flexible, so your scheduling can meet.
Yeah.
Well, you've played in gigs, right?
Yeah.
The same members?
Yeah.
Well, I would just venture to say that if I get you a paying gig, they're going to show up. I mean, they've done it before.
Absolutely, but in the meantime, before he get his gig, he needs to both practice and be doing gigs. You just can't go out, Freddie, and do gigs every night. You need to be at a certain location with your band and still continuously practice.
Well, they've been playing together 5 years.
And I understand that, but what he's saying, a lot of that 5 years has been lost due to the coronavirus and the shutdowns and the people having to get
gotcha.
second jobs and not be able to devote as much time as they could before to the bands. Am I correct?
Yeah. One of them works for an AC company, 9 to 5 every single day. The other one works at the Breakers. Those hours there are just terrible. I can never know when he's free. And it's just been a struggle to keep that repetition of a continuous practice every single week, because I don't know when the next practice will be. We're supposed to have practice tonight, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. I got to wait on them.
That sucks, and you're in a very hard position right now, but unfortunately, if you don't want to hold yourself back, your options are pretty clear.
Yeah.
You may want to ixnay those people and get a couple new people on board. You're starting from scratch as it is, and a lot of, make sure you get somebody that's experienced. They can pick up right away.
Yeah, that's because I was talking with Cece about the drummer, and he says I should never look back at my drummer for reassurance. The only time I should look back at him is at the end of the song to end at the same time. But I'm always looking back at him, making sure we're on pace with one another, even though he's supposed to be on pace with the bass player. And it's just, I don't want to control everyone in that band. I want them to have their own artistic freedom, but it doesn't. I don't know, it's just weird.
Well, that's one of the things. Now, you know Josh probably better than all of us. That's one of the things about Josh is that he likes to control the environment, and sometimes artistically, you can't do that. You sort of have to use your ears and your eyes and sort of play along, because I noticed that every one of them has a different personality, and I think that this is more of a personality clash than a musical clash. I think music. I sat here, and I listened. And I sent it to Cece, and he says, there's nothing wrong with these kids. All they got to do is come on out and have some fun and do this thing.
Well,
but
let
you
me
gotta be
ask you
comfortable.
this. Is it just the drummer that you're looking back at? Is he the one that you're most concerned with making the mistakes while you're on stage?
I'm not really concerned with the bass player. The only thing I have concerned with him is he has too many effects. I told him just to play like a bass player, like a natural bass player would be, but he's trying to put so much in his work. It's just weird. He's just trying to be different. He wants to be different.
Okay.
He doesn't have. I mean, I told him to learn theory. They don't want to learn theory. I don't know.
It does, like Freddie says, that you like to be a little bit in control, but you want your music to sound a certain way
Yeah.
at the same time. And if somebody is doing something that they think in their head is going to be better, and the rest of the band is not saying, hey, add those extra chords or do a little extra spunk, then he probably needs to go a different genre or route.
Well, I think that's the thing too. I want people around me where I can talk to them musically. I want to be like, hey, let's go from this major chord to a minor chord or something just basic right now. But just something like that. I can't talk to them like that. The only way I communicate with them is, hey, I want it to sound like this. Go from ba to da, or.
Are they learning their music by ear,
Yeah,
or are
yeah.
they are? They're
Yeah.
all doing
they're
it by
trying to
ear.
do it by ear, and
None of them can read music. Okay, so that's an issue. If you're telling them D minor or, so on and so forth, then you're giving them something they don't understand. And really, they probably shouldn't be in the music industry if they're, I know great guitar players, don't get me wrong, that play by ear.
Yeah.
But when you have multiple people that are just playing by ear and they're not getting the chords and studying, there's simple apps you can download on your phone, and you can kind of hum or play just a chord on your guitar and see if it sounds similar to, and it'll actually grade you on how close you are to a B or A minor. It's any app. You just go on the App Store, download it. It's keys, notes, and it'll tell you if you're on board or you're not on board.
yeah, because learning how to play music, it's not just learning how to play that one song. It's ear training. It's learning scales. It's learning chord progressions. There's a lot.
There's a lot, and you also have to say change with your singer's voice.
Yeah.
Whoever your singer of your band is, she may not have that A minor voice. She may be a D. She may be an E, a high pitch. And so you have to constantly change your chords. And if these people are just listening and not knowing, a lot of times I find that to be aggravating myself. And it's a lot of work to learn, but if they want it and they're dedicated, they're going to download that app and they're going to do it on their free time.
See, that's why I'm not into music, because this got really complicated.
I mean, this could go so many different ways. I think that, you've already said that you've had a talk with them, right?
Plenty of times.
Sort of.
Many times.
Plenty of
But
times.
I could definitely see the problem. All of a sudden, you just broke it down, and I could see the way he thinks and what you just expressed. There's a lot of challenges, so this might not be the group for you. But on the flip side of this, if you play with CC, if you do, I'm not saying you have to, it may be better for you. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to let them down. You're just at a different, you're saying
doing what's
things.
best for you.
You're saying things right now that they probably think is Chinese to them, and they're more intimidated than anything else, like DJ was just saying. So this is a self thing that you're going to have to decide.
I know. That's the only hard part.
CC will play with you, and you go with him. He played one night. Where did you play with CC one night?
I don't remember. Beer Garden.
Beer Garden.
Beer Garden.
He said you were pretty good.
Yeah.
That's coming from a guy who's been in the business over 40 years or whatever the hell he's been. So that in itself, I think that after hearing what she's talking about and the different elements of this thing, I think this is a you decision, not a we decision, which you hate having.
Welcome to adulthood.
It's always not fun getting rid of band members, and it's always not fun meeting new personalities, for sure.
They were my high school best friends too.
But you should probably, if you do decide to get different band members, ask them, do they know notes?
Yeah.
Are they listening by ear and picking it up? And your singers as well, do they know notes?
Yeah.
All right.
We have practice tonight. I'll talk to them. I appreciate you for the little band therapy.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
The problem is that when you talk to them, I don't think they understand your language. I'm going to be very honest. I think they just don't get it. You're at a different pitch than they are. And you can try, just don't get grinded out or frustrated if they don't get it. Maybe they're just a pickup band and they just want to pick up and
Do you have like 7 or 8 songs? that
Oh,
you-
we have a set list.
Okay, you have a set list.
But the thing is, I'm tired of practicing that set list over and over again. I could use that time to
That's
better
when you know
better my music or better my.
I understand that, but
He's
they say
definitely-
when you're sick of it,
he's
you
definitely-
know it for sure.
He's definitely on
You
another
gotta
level.
you gotta stick with the same things if you're gonna be
Oh, yeah, no.
successful.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that, but it's just it's the same problems that
same problems
that
occurring.
I'm trying to fix with them. Like it's either the
Correct.
rhythm issue or it's just something else with the same song and.
Seems like you're kind of like running in place, like the hamster in the wheel. You know.
That's definitely what it is.
And so, if I were you, and I put myself in your shoes, they would be ex-band members. They would still be friends. I would let them down easy. I would just explain to them music is more than just listening and trying to pick it up.
Yep.
Music is we need to stick with the same notes. They have to be together to sound good together. Same thing with harmonizing. If you're harmonizing with someone, your voice, is another tool of an instrument.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing. If you can't harmonize that same note, then you can't harmonize together. Same thing with playing. You shouldn't be playing together.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a commercial break. And just remember everything she told you, but you have to pick what you want to do. Because if you just want to hang out and play, it's one thing. If you abandon this, you're going to have to go in another direction. So you got a lot of thinking there too, Lucy.
I know, this is where I need your Brooklyn mental toughness. 'Cause-
It's not toughness. I don't wait. I go. You remember this yesterday?
Yeah.
And everybody told me how you're going to do that, and they did shows and everything else. Did it get done? It got done. I believe you got to go. You got to go. You agree?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you tell them, if they don't understand, they don't understand. I mean, if they don't.
But you got to pick that. What she's saying, you got to be able to do that. And there's no looking back, no regrets. All right, let's take a commercial break. We got another friend in the house that I want to get to before the end of the show. Haven't seen her in a minute. Got to do some catch up. Dawn is in the house. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
When you wear Zamboni Couture, you can feel pride knowing that you are supporting a small woman-owned business. We advocate for women's empowerment and always embracing feminine freedom and equality. Our fashion is all about style, quality, passion, and color through the use of amazing fabrics to help you find your own individual style. Let us inspire you with beauty and color. Follow us at Zamboni Couture on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or call us at 561-860-6099.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Where'd you put your mic?
I put it over, well, Josh helped me. But today is National Do Something Nice Day.
What are you going to do? Are you going to cook all of us dinner?
Well,
so nice of you.
She's going to get us lunch.
She's going to get us lunch?
No.
Shake Shack?
We'll come back to the idea.
We'll come back to the idea.
Yes.
I like the way you side swipe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you guys know Dawn? Have you ever met Dawn?
I don't.
Dawn is one of the OGs that we had when we came here.
Not me, Dawn. We're Dawn.
Not that Dawn. That Dawn over there. And it's been a little while, and Dawn has graciously has come to see us. And there's a lot of things that you have been doing. So why don't you fill us in? And hello, and hello, and say hello some more.
Well, hello. I haven't been here in feels like forever, but it's still home. Everything's great. Signed with an agent, and off to do modeling commercial work.
So I've seen some of the work that you were doing on Facebook. You're putting in some of the pictures. What kind of modeling work are you doing for companies or for yourself? What is it that you're doing?
No, for companies. I have a manager now, Dan Management, who I met here. You never know who you're going to meet here.
And you met him, and you're styling clothes. Is that what we're doing? Clothes for different companies? Everything.
Sell everything.
And you're doing commercial work as well?
Yes, movie, commercial work.
And pictures and things of that nature?
Yes. And everything. From head to toe, I'm going to do.
Voiceover too, or just body work? And
Should I hide behind the microphone?
no. There are different types of commercial. You'd be surprised. I know somebody who does a commercial with her hands. Nothing else. Just her hands. Oil of Olay. She's a hand model.
Well, I have nice feet. Maybe we can be a foot model too.
I know people that do foot modeling as well. They make a fortune.
I'll add that to my resume, really.
There's a show, the lady insured her legs for $2 million a piece because she sat in front of the camera with short dress, beautiful long legs, and that was her repertoire.
That was me.
They didn't care what the hell she said, as long as she had those legs, and she got them insured, and that was her deal. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about bad deals, making bad deals in the business, in the industry, because and it happened to CC, happened to a few people that we know, that you make these deals and you rely on people telling you these things are going to happen, and they don't happen. So give me your opinion on bad deals in the business.
Well, I've been in the modeling industry and commercial since I was 11 years old, and I always have represented by very legitimate agencies, which you call and check out, ask questions.
They want to check your mic.
There you
All right, here you go.
That's the first thing, is always to go with a reputable agent or manager, somebody that's established. There's plenty of them around. Ask questions. What do people know about the agent? Are they booking things here? That's the most important thing, is to know who you're dealing with and that they're going to represent you in the best light. Because I do a lot of things, so I'm with someone that's I'm multiverse in that way.
Now, if you don't have an agent and you're representing yourself, do you advise in getting an agent? Because you're going to have to take some of the love to pay the agent, no?
It's really best to have an agent, because they can filter out who's real and who's not, because a model or actress really never want to put yourself in harm's way. So it's really important to go with someone that's reputable. And if you're iffy about it, take someone with you. Again, I was in the industry since I'm 11, and my father would go with me on castings. And, I was, 16 when I got propositioned by some famous person's manager to come back without my father at 16 years old. And, those things you don't, those aren't the kind of agent you want representing you.
Red flags. Now, in this industry, pictures and video are notorious to fall in the wrong hands. Because even if you don't do a deal, everybody says, well, let me get film, let me get pictures of you to see what it looks like, and then we can decide where to go from here. But they already have captured you on film. I have learned that digitally, when stuff goes on film or it goes on social media, it never goes away.
True.
It changes names, it changes hands.
True.
And now they have machines that can put you in a bikini even though they got your face and you never had a bikini on.
Yeah, it's very computer imaged and very, airbrushing, but I try to stay with the old-fashioned one as well as that. My composite card is being made up as well as my pictures online. So this way it's multiversed.
So should you not do the picture stuff until you have a signed contract?
It depends. If they find you a photographer and a makeup artist and have a certain look for you, if not, you could do your own, but it's really best to have somebody brand you and guide you to the right look for you and what you're trying to represent and what's the best work for you. So that's what an agent is really the best thing for.
So if an agent sends you out to get photos, who owns the property when you take the photos?
Good question. I've never paid for photos. I'm not sounding whatever, but again, I've been in the industry since I was 11, and I took photos and paid for them for the first time a few months ago with an agent that I never signed with. I was also supposed to be branded on social media and et cetera, but there was a lot of red flags there that I kind of knew. And I'd like to make notes to talk about it at some point, but it's really best for you to find somebody in the business with a good reputation, not somebody that's new, because people don't have any kind of feedback when somebody's as fresh like the person I almost went with.
It's funny. There was a time when Dawn's picture was taken. This is going back a few years. And I asked her, what are you doing? She said, oh, they want to take pictures. I said, why are you letting people take your picture? It happened twice. There's 2 incidences that I know. And I won't say anything about the incidences because she's not here to give us her version. But both of them came out and they shed light. And one of them was even creepy when I found out what he was doing with them. And I said to her, you can't just take pictures randomly. You can't do that. Now, when you set up to take a picture at the backdrop of this, and that's one thing. But the stuff that you're doing that I've seen you post, this stuff is work, It takes hard work to do what you're doing, and you have to be careful because if it falls into the wrong hands, you don't have many ways of resolving the issue. So I would highly ask you, if you get an agent, make sure you do your homework. Make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into.
Yes.
Take accountability for the actions on your part, because if you have to go legal, it's going to be your word against the other person's word no matter what you do.
Right.
Right? And then it becomes a matter of this.
Right.
Because going to court is expensive.
And ownership. Again, the agent I never signed with, but used their photographer and paid for it. Those are, as far as I'm concerned, my photos. But we don't know what's going to happen.
Correct. Now you have to let the judge decide who owns what. And then the accusations and the words that go back and forth, which is needless, because to be honest with you, if you're going to go to see a judge, he's the one that's going to make up, or she's the one that's going to make up the truth of the value.
Well, I'd like to think from this agent, which I won't say who he is, promised me all this work and modeling work and acting work, because that's really what I want to focus on, and called me old and washed up, but yet all my pictures are on his site. So be mindful of that too.
Well, the bottom line here is that, you know, people can say anything they want. It really doesn't make a difference. The public knows you. Everybody loves you, and everybody understands who you are and what you look like and everything else. Again, that's just bitterness or anger or just yang talking. But I like to give an example to our producers, because you got to be careful when you do have talent, and you have talent. And you're a talent in an instrument, or you do social media, you got to be careful who you sign with. Josh had an incident where there was a company that wanted to hire him, and I looked at him the way they wanted to pay him, and I said, bro, I've been in this business over 40 years. I've never heard of this. Be very careful. Not to tell him not to do it, but you got to be careful. I got a friend, I just found out, there was a company lending him an SBL, a small business loan, SBL. And he gave him their routing number. Ooh. I said, are you insane? They cleaned out his account. Wow. Can't do that.
No.
You got to be careful. The questions that agents, you got to be careful with them. You want to do some homework on them. Ask around. Make sure that you go into this with a lot of people knowing what you're doing. Meeting in public, things of that nature.
Always meet in public. Bring someone with you. Do your homework. Ask questions. If somebody, again, go with your gut. If something seems iffy about the person, you're probably right. I'm very intuitive as well. And again, in my gut, I knew not to go with this person because it's just not a good fit for me.
And it's funny because everybody has a certain mix when you meet them, you know. Certain people you have to sort of watch out because they hit you with a right cross, like DJ over here, she hit you with the right cross, it's all over. But certain people are very nice, and they take niceness for foolishness. They think that you're weak and this and this and that. And so in this business, you always got to keep one eye open, one eye closed, sort of type of deal. And it's part of the business not to distrust, but you have to be careful.
You have to be leery because you're, a beautiful, attractive woman or man. It happens to men too, and you fall in a category where this is kind of well known. The casting couch has been around for a long time. That's why I picked the manager I'm with. I don't want to worry about that, but this is the nature of the business. Be careful. Ask questions. Always bring somebody with you, especially on a shoot. If you have never worked with a photographer or know this personal agent that you just signed with, bring somebody. You just don't know.
Right. What's in the future? What are you going to be doing? What are you working on?
Oh, I hope to do movies and everything, anything I can. I'll sell anything, as you know.
And you're good at it. It's
Thank
funny. You're the second person I heard say that, and one of the first persons that told me that was Kendra. And Kendra now is in California. She moved her residency from here, and she's going to go do movies and some other gigs. I spoke to her mom last night, and they're very excited. And when there's a will, there's a desire, and you just say, you got to go get it. I know that you've struggled. Forget about it. We can write books about this thing, but it comes your way now, and it's your turn to shine.
Thank you.
And whoever doesn't like that, something, that's why God put doorknobs to hit you in the booty for everybody. If they don't like it, that's okay. You don't need them in your life.
It's funny. I'd like to say this on camera because the people know who they are. And I don't publicize what I do. I guess they look at my Facebook, and I actually got asked twice this question. Aren't you too old to model? Whoa, that one hit me in the heart. So it's been challenging all around because I haven't really done it in a long time.
Can I just say, I know a 56-year-old model, and she models for Calvin Klein. And so there is no age limit, and she's been working there 10 years. So
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah.
35 to 55 age category, and I think, and I hate to say this, but because I wouldn't go out with you, you said that, and not nice. Now I really won't.
It's funny
That's
because
right.
they put J-Lo, I think with Christina Aguilera on a Super Bowl or something, the two of them, to dance and wiggle to and Shakira.
Yeah.
And J-Lo said, bring it. And what's J-Lo, 48? Right?
50.
She's 50.
51.
In 51? And she said, bring it. And she was huffing and puffing because, but she brought it. Listen, you're only as old as you feel. And when you look as good as you feel, the cameras don't lie. Cameras will always bring out the truth of who you are. It doesn't matter if somebody says, you're too old, you're too this, you're too that, you ain't the somebody for me. I just go on to the next one. It's okay. And you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to say, I'm not for you. You weren't going to make me anyway. You weren't going to be something in my ballpark. I mean, we spoke to Mia today, and they gave me 101 questions. I said, Mia, get them all out because the bottom line is this. Do you want to be famous? Then let's go get it. It ain't going to come to your door. I mean, you struggled, you found out the truth, and here you go. You're on your way. Same thing with DJ. You could write a book on all the things you've been through.
Absolutely.
But here you stand, you're ready to go, and you're doing something for the community. Things that you always wanted to do, you're actually doing them. And this is a message to you guys. If you want it, you got to go get it. That's all. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Nothing at all.
You can start at any age and switch your careers at any age.
That's true. And don't
And
let
you
nobody
can,
else-
I believe you can wish for anything and manifest it. So I know any moment Steven Tyler's going to walk in, so everyone just don't freak out.
All right.
That's a big manifestation.
Yeah, that's my man.
So did you learn anything today?
Yeah.
You did? What you? What? Flyers. Oh, let's put the flyers up. Yes, for the Alzheimer's. Let's put the 3 flyers up. Let's make sure we get that in because we're going to talk again. We're going to give a rehab on how to get involved. This is something that you may want to get involved with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, if you mix your positive self with positive people, man, you get the most delicious cake there is. Ready? Put them up.
Positivity.
There you go. And this is
This is going to be this Thursday, October 6th. It's going to be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to have a silent auction, a raffle, and all of the proceeds are going to go to the Alzheimer's Association and hopefully to find a cure.
now silent auction means you go there, you make an auction on the paper.
Yes, you put down a bid amount, and then someone will come around and bid higher than you, and then we'll have a certain cutoff time, and at that time, your bid will be done, and the final
The
person
winner.
will be the winner.
Do you know I got a bat from Pete Rose on a cruise in Hawaii, and I got up at 1 minute to midnight because it ended at midnight, and I ran downstairs and they had the bid, and I put my name, and I won the bat.
Wow.
And I have it in case. And when Pete Rose hits the Hall of Fame, that bat, and he signed it for me on the cruise.
Yeah.
But I had to do that to win it.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
They are certainly a lot of fun. So this will be our first one, and then we do have another event that will be coming up. It'll be next Wednesday.
Let's go to the next one, the Wednesday one. That one?
Yes, it's going to be at Conley's Bar and Grill from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you can't make this Thursday night from 6 to 10, or you don't like country or line dancing, we certainly have disco for you on this night. I will be the DJ. So it'll be lots of fun. Again, another silent auction. We will have the raffle. Donations from local companies. If you are interested in donating, you can write to the Alzheimer's Association Walk at gmail.com. Express to us your business and how much you are willing to donate as far as gift certificates or gift baskets from your company. It is all tax deductible, and all of the proceeds do go to the Alzheimer's Association.
Now that grid that you have there, if I put my phone up to that, it will give me all the information, right?
Yes, that's a QR code. You're going to scan that with your phone. Just put your phone up to it. It's smart enough to know to scan it, and then you'll go from there. It'll give you all the information on all our events. It'll actually bring you to the Alzheimer's Association walk,
Okay.
Team Lillian, and it'll show you all the different events that we are doing. It'll also give you options to donate directly to the Alzheimer's Association. So that's another way that you can donate as well.
Okay. Let me get 3 now. There's one more. Let's see the third one. And this one?
All right, this one is going to be the Alzheimer's Association walk. So if you are into fitness or you are into walking, this is a great event to do. I suggest you join Team Lillian. That's my grandma's team. It's going to be held at Dreher Park. That's on Summit Boulevard. If you have any questions, again, you can email us at alzheimersassociationwalk@gmail.com. You can scan the QR code to donate, and you can scan the QR code to sign up to be a part of the team and walk with us on that day. The ceremony starts at 8 a.m. and the actual walk starts at 9 a.m. You will just go to whichever team you select, and you'll begin your walk.
Very cool. All right, there you have it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds fun. You gonna walk?
Maybe.
I remember.
Maybe.
I remember there
I
was a
could use
year. There was a year that Dawn was involved in one of these walks, and it was in heels.
That's a pretty hard walk.
You had to walk.
Wait, so everyone had to wear heels?
Everybody had to wear heels, including the
far was it?
guys.
That's crazy.
I lasted 2 feet, and I almost broke my ankle. I said, "That's the end of that."
Welcome to.
And Dawn wears like 8-inch heels.
And they walked miles in the heels. Now you got to do it slow, but they did it. I was like, "You gotta be freaking kidding me!"
I mean, you get so many blisters from wearing heels in general.
I get a blister just looking. You wear heels?
Not anymore, no. They're too
I've never
painful.
seen you wear a heel.
I have wedges.
That's a heel? What's
It's
a wedge?
sort of-
It's this right here. It's what I'm wearing.
That's
This is
not
a
a
wedge.
heel.
Yeah, it's sort of.
That's
it's
what
kind of
I
like-
wear. I don't wear
It's
heels
kind of like
myself.
Dawn's shoes, but it's
Thicker
more of
heel.
like a. So like a heel is like a thinner.
You ever see a shoe with a cork?
Yes.
That's what it's like.
You don't have like a stiletto or something like that?
I don't really have many options.
I'm gonna get you. What size you wear?
6
I gotta bring you a stiletto.
/ a 5.5.
Here we go.
Ice skating, I'm a 5.
And
You got that? All right, ladies, listen, I want to thank you, ladies, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
thank you so much for having us.
No problem. And you always have a home here. If you got something you want to announce, just pick a day. And you have 2 more events after Thursday.
I certainly do, yes.
So you just come on by and just remind us, because, this is a constant reminder.
Absolutely.
And anytime you want to come and just lay out what you're going to do, you have an event coming up, just come on down and lay
Got
out.
it. Thank you, Freddie.
It's always fun to have you. And Mia, wherever you are, thank you for playing the piano today. Dawn, happy holidays. What is it?
It's Yom Kippur.
That one.
Yep.
The Yom Kippur. I want to thank
Yom
the
Kippur.
producers for doing their deal. I hope, Josh, you got some wisdom today to help you on your way. No, you didn't. Do you?
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
What are you going to do? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Well-
listen, you got the message.
Yeah.
Got the message. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
You have fun? I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up. We're going to see you guys tomorrow for what's tomorrow, Thursday?
Or Thursday.
For the morning show.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I want to thank Lindsay and Paul. We started the Eco Trail piece on that as well. You can check it out. Paul put a nice piece together, the fixing it, a couple of things that I asked him to do. But you will get the health tip of the day with Lindsay Martinez. We are introducing Echo Trail, which is January 22nd. That's our new venue for next year. Come on out and join us. I'm looking for all my hosts, all my friends. to come on out and support good health, which is what the venue is all about. Come and snooze and maybe make some contacts. I invite you to come and join. Thursday night, we have CC, Triple C now. He's so good, they gave him another C.
Why?
Triple C, because he's CC Clevenger. So they told him Triple C
Yeah.
will be in the house singing and doing his music. He already sent me the list. He's going to be here.
Killing it.
Killing
We'll be
it.
killing it.
You're going to have
Once
fun.
again.
Are we dressing up? No, we're not doing that.
Why not?
No. Because the only time, I mean, I had one guy in a dinosaur suit. I had two
What do you mean,
people in
Bill
the
Paxton?
NASA.
Can I be Spider-Man?
Yeah, you come as Spider-Man.
I'll be Spider-Man playing guitar.
You do that. I'm going to bring Silly
He also has
String.
that ball cap that looks like an orange peel.
I don't know what that is, but join us Thursday night for that at 7:30. JC, no, it's Touched by Angels at 7
Mhm.
tomorrow night as well. So come on
Editor's Desk?
out. Editor's Desk is tomorrow too?
Yes.
I guess Editor's Desk is tomorrow too. Got a lot of stuff going on. Just come on down, enjoy some coffee, meet the host, meet the guests. You never know, your next deal could be sitting right here. I'm going to tell you, it happened to me 15 years ago. I met Jeff DeForest. Everybody knows Jeff at a radio station. He bet me $50 that I wouldn't do a radio show, and I did it. It was the worst show in the history of radio history.
But you got $50.
But he paid me my 50,
There you go.
and then I bought into the radio business, and I ain't never looked back. So you never know who you can meet in one of these shows. So come on down tomorrow night, network, just hang out, listen to the music, and enjoy.
Yeah.
You ready to wrap it up, Lucy? You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.